Hi guys! So as you can tell with no makeup on my face, we are going to do a makeup transformation wearing a fancy colored top that is inspired by this makeup tutorial. So on Tumblr I found these amazing Venetian masked costume people, and I know you could just buy a mask, but not everyone could afford expensive masks. And if you crack and damage your own mask, it might fall off your face. So let's see if we could paint this onto our face. So first of all, as you can see, I have my hair in a ponytail. We are going to take our bangs and pin them back. And then we are going to cancel out them eyebrows by doing the Elmer's glue trick as always. Letting that dry and set a little bit till it gets tacky. Then putting some setting powder on top of it. This one's a translucent one. Then you're going to do another layer of that Elmer's glue stick. Really glop it on with the back of your fingernail. Smear it on your eyebrow. Don't my eyebrows look nice? Wait for it to get tacky again. The purple of the glue stick is almost going to disappear. You want it a little bit sticky so you can put more face powder on top of it. Wait for that to completely dry. Then we are going to get Ben Nye's Clown White Makeup with a makeup sponge. This is an oil-based one, so you don't need any water to it. And just tap that on your face. You're gonna put this all over your face. You could do a lighter coat on top from your cheekbones to your forehead, and then a very opaque pure white coat on the bottom from the bottom of your cheeks to your chin. And around your eyes you could do it very lightly because we do not want this part white. You will see later. You're gonna look like some sort of Halloween monster, maybe something off The Grudge. But we are gonna set that with baby powder and some sort of fluffy brush. Because then we're going to use my favorite Ben Nye Aqua Paint palette. You could also use the Rubies makeup instead of all these Ben Nye products if you want to go a cheaper route. It's a link at Amazon.com. I'll put it below in the description where you could buy some. It's like only $3 a tube. Where you can get all these colors for a lot cheaper, just a different brand. Make sure you don't press too hard. That's why we're doing light layers, or else you can mess up all the white paint that you did on before. But I'm using the yellow color with a paintbrush, putting that yellow in a light layer all on the top of that where the mask is going to be, and on our lips. Wait for that to dry because now we're gonna get the most gold shimmery eyeshadow you could find with a big fluffy eyeshadow brush and pat that all on top of the yellow parts that you just painted. This is going to give you a majestic gold plated type look, or as close as we can get it. You want to look like you just stepped out of Narnia. And on our lips. Then we're going to get a darker gold color. It's a little bit on the coppery side with another fluffy eyeshadow brush, and you're going to darken in the shades where the hollows of your eyes are and on the edges of the mask. Use some sort of Googled image of a Venetian mask as your reference so that you can make this as realistic as possible, and then do that on your lips as well. Then I'm taking a more darker copper shade of eyeshadow, doing that a little bit on top of where I did the previous color. You want it to give dimension to the mask so it's not just flat on top of your face. You want it to be sitting and going in the grooves of your nose and cheekbones. On the edges and blending it out, you want to do it darker on the edges and then lighter towards the gold, the center of the mask. It kind of looks like someone sprayed the top half of your face and then got dirt on it. Now taking this beautiful greenish dark brown shimmery color, and this is going to be the darkest shade. I know it's a lot of layers of eyeshadow, but it's going to blend into the darker parts of the mask. Make it look deep set in certain areas. And you want to blend all these really well, but not make them too muddy. You don't want to blend it too much into the gold. Do you know what I'm saying? Now that all those colors look decent and that they're blended onto your face to look semi like a mask, I'm going to use this Bronze Tarte gel eyeliner and start drawing on the details of the Venetian mask, like embossed, beautiful floral swirly marks that makes it look extra fancy. You don't want to do this too muddy. You want to use a light hand and blend it out with the other side of the brush that they give you with this Tarte kit. The designs are going to be a mix between a paisley and a floral and swirly whimsical lines. You want to blend it out more towards the edges of the lines. You don't want any harsh lines. You can do this freehand, whatever type of design you want to do, or you could do it exactly like whatever Googled reference picture that you choose. Just taking my finger with some of that gel eyeliner and blending into the edges and the center of the mask to give it more of a rustic look and to have deeper shades to give it more depth. Now we're going to take our favorite liquid black liner, and it's going to look like we're going to draw a crazy winged eyeliner, but it's going to be like the thickest winged eyeliner you've ever seen. It's going to go almost to where your eyebrows used to be, over your entire eyelid, so it's like there's black hollows if it was an actual mask. Color that in all the way with the liquid black eyeliner. Wait for it to dry a little bit before we get a matte pitch black eyeshadow with a eyeshadow brush that's kind of tiny. Pat that on top of that eyeliner so that it's matte and it won't crease as much as if you just leave it without any eyeshadow on top of it. Using that matte black eyeshadow and putting it on the bottom lash line just a little bit, but we're going to do the same to the other side of the eye. You're gonna look like someone just burned out holes in the center of your face that's gold now. It's like a fancy snowman if his face was half gold leaf and had coal-like creepy eyes and gold lips. You can take some more of the white makeup with a sponge and dab that on the edge of the mask just to make it have more of a clean edge. You could do designs or whatever you want, but remember to set it with powder and not just leave it with that white makeup. Now, so that my eyelashes don't stay white or whatever makeup residue is left on them, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and use whatever favorite black mascara I have. This one's the Falsies. I love it and always use it. Then I'm taking a mixture of white and yellow paint with a very thin brush and then coloring in the bottoms of my eyelashes. Now for the fun part that makes it not just like an everyday mask, we are going to make cracks in our face. That sounds really morbid, but I'm going to get the black makeup that I've been using from Ben Nye, the water-based one, and a very thin paintbrush. You're going to water this down just a little bit more than you usually do, and do very lightly with strokes so you don't mess up this white makeup and do cracks in the face. And if you do mess up with the white makeup, just let it dry, that black line you did, and then go back with the white makeup over it, put setting powder, and just continue on with your cracks. You're gonna look like an eggshell that's been dropped on the floor. Kind of sad. And this looks tedious, but it's kind of fun to do because you can't really mess up with painting cracks on your face. It reminds me of the porcelain doll look I did a few years back on Halloween, but this one might be even more creepier than that. I look like a failed member of a circus. It's like I can't do any fancy tricks to show anybody, but I could paint these creepy things on my face. Is that talent enough to get in the circus? I hope. So now that all these cracks are finished and done with and you think it looks good, you are gonna get a setting spray. If you could get this, it kind of tastes really gross, not kind of, really. It's like spearmint that's toxic to your mouth, so don't inhale this, but this is the Ben Nye finishing spray so they could all set nice because we're gonna do something else to put on our face and talk about what I'm wearing today. So this crazy octopus starfish thing that I'm putting on my head, I actually made this out of old music sheets that I tea dyed with tea, of course, soy sauce, and coffee. And then I bought all this tulle and bells, and it's all paper and foil, and I glued everything together. It took me days to make this. It was super hard. But to go with this beautiful collared thing that I'm wearing and the crazy octopus Venetian gesture, I'm gonna call it, thing that I made, I am going to get this jacket that I got from sheenside.com and these really pretty lace gloves that I got from a Halloween store. And that is our finished look. This dress is so gorgeous. I got it also from sheenside.com with this beautiful jacket. One's gold and one's white, but they both have this very cool Victorian frilly look to it that I thought matched so well with the Venetian masks. But I hope you guys like this look and that I did the Venetian masked costume people justice on the pictures that I found. All the products I used in this video will be listed in the description. This was not as hard to take off as it usually is. I used Ben Nye's Remove It All and of course makeup remover wipes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and what I would like to know today is what would you like to see me transform into next in another makeup transformation video? Subscribe for more makeup transformations to come, and on weekdays stay tuned for more art drawings and vlogs. And I love you all. Bye.